Guys, welcome back. I'm Hungry Man 97. So what are the 1990 Donruss Aqueous test cards? How rare are they? And were they ever meant to leave the factory? Our story begins in the late 90s. A card shop run by Homer Chandy Greenholt, rest in peace, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, took in a large collection of junk wax 88 to 92 Donruss. These cards had very little value, and Greenholt paid very little for them. The next day, he started going through them and found the cards were no ordinary lot of cards. He found over 1,700 red border cards in cello packs with Aqueous Test written on the back. He began selling them. There was some buzz in the hobby, and Greenholt no doubt cashed in from this deal. Guys, let me take a minute to mention Grunt Talks. If you have not checked out his website or his YouTube channel for all things baseball quick clips, please do so. His YouTube is Grunt Baseball. His website is grunttalksmlb.com. He's veteran friendly. He's got my videos hosted over there too. Thank you. And if you are not already a subscriber to my channel, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. Thank you for that. Let's get back into this. It is thought that the cards were a test run in using an experimental water-based coating. The cards are identical to the base cards of the 1990 Donruss set, with the exception of Aqueous Test printed at a diagonal across the back. I've heard a couple sources say the fronts have a more glossy look to them, although I'm not going to go on the record to say that's true. In addition, some say the backs have gloss to them. Either way, it's not super obvious if it's true. The Aqueous set consists of 264 cards. That's the equivalent of 2 full uncut sheets. Some say it's closer to 300 total. Either way, only about a third of the 716 complete set can have the Aqueous Test written on the back. To say these cards have been inserted into packs by Donruss isn't exactly correct. Yeah, Greenholt pulled them from cello packs, but clearly they weren't meant to be distributed to retail locations. They were full of these cards in the cello packs, not like one Aqueous Test card per pack. While we don't know the exact number released, we never do, estimates by this time put us somewhere between 2,000 to 2,500 total Aqueous Test cards. Greenholt soon learned there was another collection sold to another dealer containing more Aqueous Test cards, this time in traditional wax packs. Since then, more sellers came out of the woodwork, bringing the total cards around 3,000 total cards. Another source puts them up to about 6,700 cards. Nevertheless, they're super rare and valuable. To date, one collector, Bob Fisk, has actually completed the set of 1990 Donruss Aqueous Test cards. That's a pretty remarkable feat. Yeah, I'm going to have to get started on my collection. Okay, so guys, I don't want to plagiarize the entire story. I got this story from cardboredom.com. It's a great read if you got a few minutes. It's got a lot more detail in the history of these Aqueous Test cards. Check them out when you get a chance. Your nerd hairs are going to tingle. While the hobby won't truly agree where they came from, the evidence points to these cards being backdoored from Donruss, meaning they left the factory by way of an employee. Whether or not it was sinister or not, we'll probably never know, and the fact that Greenholt bought them for next to nothing makes you wonder if the seller was the Donruss employee or just a random person who found them in like a garage or a storage unit, something like that. Okay, now fakes. Okay, you knew this was coming. There's fakes out there. Here's a few tips to make sure you aren't getting ripped off. Okay, so first off, it has to say Aqueous Test on the back. Obvious, right? Well, I say that because there's a number of eBay sellers listing them as Aqueous Test cards without the words printed on the back. They probably aren't trying to rip people off. They probably just clicked sell one like this and didn't know the difference. Nonetheless, don't waste your time with these listings. Second, the Aqueous Test base cards must be numbered 48 to 283. Well, here's a quick graph that I borrowed from cardboredom.com. If you see a card for sale Outside of these parameters, you can probably assume it's fake. So cards number 48 to 23. All the Aqueous test cards have only one asterisk. See where it says denotes? It'll say asterisk denotes. It won't have the second asterisk on there. So what about the missing period after INC? Aqueous test experts aren't going to like me for this one. All resources that I have read seem to agree the Aqueous test cards do not have the period after INC. That little incorporated right there by where it says leaf incorporated. I have found that to be incorrect though. I found the card number 170 Kirk McCaskill and number 80 Danny Jackson to have that period. I have the Jackson in my possession. Both of these examples are graded by PSA. Nothing on these cards scream counterfeit to me. So unless the fake cards are getting by PSA, Aqueous test can indeed have the period after INC. The frustrating thing is I don't have multiple examples of these two cards to compare. If the cards are fake, then why fake commons? Why not find like 100 Jose Cansecos with no period and print the Aqueous test on them? For now, I believe the Aqueous test cards may have the period after INC. The Aqueous test on back is printed at an angle. The print can be slightly different positions compared to like other card numbers, but every specific card has it in the same place, the exact same place. So for example, every Terry Steinbach card number 268 of the Aqueous test will have the script exactly in the same position. This is a cool thing because if you're concerned an Aqueous test is real, you can compare it to another of the same card and make sure the Aqueous test is in the exact same place. Again, the letter may be in different places for different cards, but all the cards of the same number will have the Aqueous test letters in exactly the same place. Another thing to be aware of, Donruss used the same font and font size from card to card. It did not change. And possibly the most important thing, the words Aqueous test are not a stamp. It is not printed over lettering. It is a definite part of the printing process. The black ink is not thicker where the letters appear to overlap. The words do not have different gloss. If you're looking to buy one of these cards and the Aqueous test appears to be stamped over the back stats, that is a red flag. So guys, the video wouldn't be complete without talking about the modern Aqueous test cards. Well, in the last few years, Panini has made inserts where they've stamped Aqueous test on the back of the card. I think it's a little bit tacky, but it's kind of like a maybe paying homage to the original 1990 Aqueous test cards. I don't know what you guys think about them. That's all I got for you today. Did I leave anything out? Did you guys learn something today? It's a fun video to make, and thanks for staying in there till the end. We'll see you next time.